Welcome to John S. Sports Channel, where we're going to go through the three games from League One, and it's March the 3rd, of course. Let's just give you a quick idea. We've got Exeter versus Burton, Rotherham versus Mansfield, and Barnsley versus Wycombe. So there's some damn good games here. Let's go into the first game. Of course, I'm looking up there at my little notes. Exeter versus Burton, 15th versus 17th. I think on the whole, looking at it generally, you've got Exeter been playing quite well. They've stayed out of that bottom six really for quite a long time, haven't they? And they've done a good job about it. Burton, though, they've been down there, haven't they? And they just started to pick up at the same time as Peterborough. Both of them raising up just high enough now, I think, to think, yeah, we can just make it out of this, the quagmire of the bottom four. Exeter, of course, at home, lose, draw, lose. That first loss there 6 games ago, 4-0 defeat to Rotherham United. How on earth that happened, I haven't got a clue. The last one, though, 5-1 defeat to Bolton Wanderers. Playing them just at the wrong time, of course. Before that, a 3-3 draw to Peterborough. Like I said, they started playing well, playing them at the wrong time. Wycombe 1-1 the week before. Again, a side that more often than not plays some good football, with one or two little lapses in concentration as they go through the different weeks. So, it's been an interesting 6 games for Exeter. They played some really tough sides and lost against some what you would think were going to be easy sides like Rotherham. Then you got Burton. Draw, lose, win, draw, win, lose. At least this is the only side of the two that's won any games. 2 games in the last 6 games. So obviously looking in the last 6 games. Those 2 games, Rotherham 1-0 win. Both were absolutely pants. Stockport 3-0 win, though. That one we can take. They did play good football. So it's a case of will Burton turn up? Now, a lot of you thinking that Exeter are quite consistent is the word, isn't it? Certainly. Of those last 5 games, 4 of them have been draws. 0-0, 0-0, 1-1 and 3-3. Right? So, really, they are showing that they can put the ball in there. Even when they lost 5-1 to Bolton the last time out, they actually didn't do so. They didn't get absolutely trounced. Yeah, they did manage to get some shots off. They got 10 shots off, 4 of them on target, 1 in the net. They just happened to let Bolton get 22 shots, for God's sake. So Exeter can still attack, even when they all seems quite lost, because obviously it was 5-1 at the end of the day. So as a fan, I would be thinking, that was perhaps a little bit harsh, 5-1, wasn't it? Burton, however, yeah, they have done some good games. Those last 4, win, draw, win, lose. Again, you've got Rotherham, win, well, maybe not. Luton, though, that was a good game draw, a good draw, that, as they fought to get that draw, and they fought well. Stockport County, a good win, and it really did seem quite a breeze for them, which I didn't expect at a good Stockport County side. Indeed, Stockport County were reduced to just 3 shots on target. Burton had 6 out of their 9 on target. So not a great deal of shots, but Burton did a damn good defensive job. So we have to think about that with the Wycombe 3-0 defeat away from home in the last game. And I think this is going to be a really good game. Most of you are actually going one way or the other. Nobody really going for a draw, which I was really surprised at. And I'm going to agree with you. I think that Exeter having the home hand here may just do it. Burton can provide a really good defence, though, and I just think that Burton's defence may stall this into a 0-0. But because nobody said 0-0, I'm going to go with Exeter 2, Burton 1. I will move, yes, to my game. Rotherham in 22nd, Mansfield just down the road in 16th. This is going to be a really good game because Mansfield they've been poor, then they got really, really good. And of late, they just seem to have gone into a sort of meh side. Now let's just look at these two sides because Rotherham have not been good most of the season. I think got 4 wins in a row and then they suddenly went back to normal again. Win, lose, win. Last time out, a 1-0 win at home to Plymouth, and realistically that could have been 4 or 5-0 win to Rotherham. Look, the refereeing was absolutely garbage, and I must admit it was garbage on both sides. At least it was equally bad from both points of view. I think the Plymouth fans would have been absolutely manic with this guy. Rotherham fans were equally distraught by some of his decisions. Absolutely. So, refereeing aside, it was a sort of could do better from both sides. I think Rotherham were on top, did just about deserve the win here. I said it was going to be 5-0 to Plymouth, and it was 1-0 to Rotherham. Well, you lot really did do it for me, didn't you? You lot really thought that you thought we were going to get trounced. I thought we were going to get trounced. It was a good, solid performance. Not great. It was still dogged, a bit determined, and a lot of luck from poor refereeing. Even the goal was sort of somebody shot and it bounced back and it sort of hit the side of Rafty's foot and somehow it sort of dribbled slowly past the defender, past the goalkeeper in the net. So, but every shot counts, doesn't it? Every goal counts, sorry. Mansfield though, let's have a look at these. Draw, lose, win, lose, draw. And here you have to look at let's just look at the last 3 games for goals scored. So for Rotherham, it's 1-0-1. You can tell where we're going, can't you? We're doing a lot of shooting of late with a lot of really good attackers in the lineup. Biancheri's not even got on the pitch, I don't think, yet. He might have gone for 10 minutes. That's about it. Mansfield 0-0-2. You know, and the last one's against a poor Wimbledon side. Really, they've been getting the run of the green, and they really have continued, haven't they? 2-2 there for Mansfield in the last game at home to Wimbledon, and at home against a poor side. This time they're away, and I just think there's not many people thinking there's going to be goals. In fact, a few of you thinking 0-0, and I'm tempted to go with those saying 0-0. I think it's very much could be 0-0. I'm not going to sit on the fence. I'm going to say it's going to be 1-0. I don't know which way, so it could be either way this one. I'm going to stick with my side. I'm going to go Rotherham 1, Mansfield 0. Why not? 2 in a row. How long is it since we won 2 in a row? So that's going to be that one. Barnsley versus Wickham. Now, this could be an interesting game because you've got Barnsley in 13th, Wickham in 9th. And, of course, you're looking, if you'll just have a quick look at the table, 9th place Wickham on 50 points, 6th place Huddersfield 52. After that, you've got Stockport in 5th on 56. So there's a good gap appearing there between 5th and 6th. The only place open, I think, now, because we've got about 11-12 games left till the end of the season, I think is 6th place. So let's see who can get there. Barnsley could just about close that gap. They're sort of in the middle of 12th and 14th. A good 3-point gap there. 43 points for Wimbledon, 46 for Plymouth and Peterborough, and Barnsley seem to be in this points gap in the middle. So let's see if they can jump into that top half of the table and just stick with that race for the last 12 games. What do we think? 14 games for them, isn't it? 14 games for them after this. So that's going to be... It's doable, isn't it? Just doable. So let's have a look at the stats then. For Barnsley, draw, lose, draw, win, lose, win. And of course, they had started really, really solid. Then they dropped like a stone in it. Then they seem to have just picked up, but still not to the standard they were before the big drop. I'm a little bit worried. The Huddersfield 2-1 defeat away, I thought they could do something there. Okay, Huddersfield are really good at home, tend to score. They did. They scored 2 against this Barnsley side. But yeah, the last 3 games though, you have to look at the goals that they've let in. I think 1 goal, 2 goals, 1 goal. They always seem to be letting goals in. Before that, 3 goals let in at Wimbledon. Before that, 3 goals let in at Bolton. Before that, 2 goals let in at Northampton. This defence is still rocky. They seem to be shoring it up a little bit, but they're relying on the front end. The front end is scoring, is definitely scoring. Only 1s and 2s usually, but 3 at Wimbledon. But yeah, wouldn't you 1s and 2s usually, but they are getting it in the net regularly. Wycombe Wanderers then, draw, win, lose, draw, win, win. And Wycombe are playing some good football. The last 2 games they scored 6 goals, 3 in each game. 3-1 at home to Stevenage, 3-0 at home to Burton. Now, we know Stevenage can play some good football. We know Burton. We've said before in the previous in the first game that we looked at, Burton can score goals, and they've been improving. So to win them 3-0 was actually I was quite impressed by Wycombe in that one. I thought that they'd let at least 1 in against that improved Burton side, but they didn't. It's going to be hard, and I really can see both of these scores. Both of these teams can score 2 or 3, can't they? Barnsley are at home. I just think that Barnsley will turn this round. 2 or 3 goals. I'm looking at what you're saying and I'm thinking, do I edge it towards somebody? I'm going to edge it to what someone said. I'm going to go Barnsley 3. Wycombe 3. I just think, look, I probably would have gone with 2-2 had I been given the chance, but I'm going to agree with that one. I think that this could be a really high scoring game. So, what if you just look at the Wycombe side? 4-0 win at home to Doncaster, 3-2 defeat away to Reading, 3-1 home win, 3-0 home win. You know Wycombe can score, and we know Barnsley can if they turn up. They will turn up at home, I'm pretty sure. Tell me what you think. Do like and subscribe to John S. Sports, and I'll see you in the next prediction video. Like and subscribe.